I was laughing backstage because a lot of the talks today have been about inclusion, right? Has that been a theme today, kind of? Yes?
Does everyone feel included? Yeah.
I hope so. So that's the topic of our talk, inclusion, but I'm hoping to make it a little more interactive and maybe quiz you guys a little bit on what you've learned already in previous sessions. So definitely I'm going to ask you for some help. Feel free to raise your hand and shout out answers. And we'll talk about how inclusive your hack can be. So to start off, I wanted to just show this word cloud, if you can read some of these words. These are a lot of characteristics that you might want to think about when you're trying to make your hackathon more inclusive. So it could be some of the maybe more obvious ones would be gender, whether that's gender identity or gender expression, religion, race, ethnicity. Those are kind of the big ones. But if you think about some other ways that you can make your hackathon inclusive, you could target what are people's majors or neurodiversity. Does anyone know what neurodiversity is? Yeah. Shout it out.
Neurodiversity basically the idea that the population should not have more about
Yeah, there are neurological differences that sometimes appear to be invisible. So they're things that you might not always think about, like ADHD or autism. Some other things, maybe the lack of experience that someone has, or whether they've ever programmed something before, or if they've ever attended a hackathon before. Those are things that you might want to keep in mind not to discriminate against. So keep some of these in mind, and this is the part where I'm going to ask you all to interact. What are some ways to make your hackathon inclusive or more inclusive?
Shout it out.
Or raise your hand.
Or raise your hand.
No. Yes, I can.
Pronouns, yes.
Food choices, pronouns, yeah.
Yes, feminine products, yeah.
Totally, yeah. Awesome, I love that. Including more people, more diverse people on your organizing committee, yeah. Yeah, same thing, but for mentors, volunteers, sponsors, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one, yeah.
A variety of experience levels, so making sure those workshops can be for someone with no experience or really advanced. I think also playing onto that, having text, like shouldn't there be visual text right here as I'm speaking? That would be really cool. I know you can do that. You can translate someone. Yeah.
Accessibility, right? Yeah.
Taking feedback from the attendees and making sure they enjoyed a session or they're feeling okay. Totally. I think there was one in the way back. Sensitive to disabilities, so that might be a ramp or an elevator or just being there for someone if they need help getting around.
Quiet room, yeah. Yeah.
I feel like there was someone over here. No? Those were great. Wow, you guys aced that quiz. So you answered a lot of the ones that we have up here. So someone said a quiet room. That could be a prayer room as well, or just kind of an introvert space. I like that. I'm an introvert, so I would definitely make use of that. The first one up here, include a code of conduct. That one's really important. I know MLH has a code of conduct that you can use. There are a lot of codes of conduct online that are open source, so you can just kind of use that as a foundation and then kind of add on or make it tailored to your hackathon. The accessibility of your venue, we talked about that. Writing unbiased submission guidelines, so making sure people from all backgrounds and all experience levels can apply and join your hackathon. Non-gendered facilities, so I think they have those here. They're non-gendered bathrooms, right? Offering a variety of food options, someone said that. And then supplying a wide range of t-shirts or swag, just making sure one size does not fit all. That's another way to make your hack more inclusive. Cool. This slide's mostly up here just to remind you what a code of conduct is. Does everyone raise your hand if you have a code of conduct in place for your hackathon? already?
Cool.
Great. Raise your hand if you are going to add one now that you see this slide.
Yay.
Should I define it for you? Basically, a code of conduct, it is what it sounds like. It's a set of rules and social norms to kind of monitor the behavior of attendees at your hackathon. So that could be both virtually and in person. Again, it's when enforced, it really helps provide that safe, inclusive environment for everyone. So raise your hand if you're going to have a code of conduct now that I defined it. Amazing. A few more. Okay. These links are really hard to read. I know they're in blue and the background's blue, so that was not very inclusive of us. But we will share these slides out after this talk. And the first slide is, the first link is how to organize a hackathon. It's a great little blog post, 10 quick steps and reminders. And then there's making meetups inclusive and the code of conduct that I mentioned, MLH.
Thanks.
And connect with us.